On the quiet streets of Millstone, Ohio, life was supposed to be predictable. Families left their doors unlocked, children rode their bikes to the small community park, and everyone knew everyone's business. That sense of safety was shattered one chilly October afternoon in 2019, when Ethan Miller, a bright-eyed 10-year-old boy with a love for baseball and comic books, failed to come home from school. Ethan had been seen leaving Millstone Elementary at 3:05 p.m., wearing his blue hoodie with the Cleveland Indians logo and a worn-out backpack slung over one shoulder. According to witnesses, he took his usual route, cutting through the wooded trail behind Maple Street to get home. He never made it. When his mother, Sarah Miller, realized Ethan was late, she assumed he had stopped to play with friends. But as the hours passed and no one had seen him, panic set in. By 7 p.m., the Millstone Police Department had launched a search. Neighbors with flashlights combed the woods, calling his name, while K-9 units traced his scent to the edge of an abandoned property near the trail. The next morning, the search ended in horror. Ethan's body was discovered in the basement of an old farmhouse once owned by the Kessler family, a property vacant for nearly a decade. He had been strangled. There were no signs of forced entry into the house, leading detectives to believe his killer had either lured him there or knew the boy personally. Initial suspicion fell on Gary Holt, a reclusive handyman who lived a mile away and had a criminal record for petty theft. But his alibi, security footage placing him at a hardware store during the time of Ethan's disappearance, held up. It wasn't until detectives examined surveillance footage from nearby homes that they spotted a key clue: a red pickup truck passing the trail entrance minutes after Ethan was last seen. That truck belonged to Tommy Ray Dawson, a 32-year-old former Little League coach who had left town abruptly in 2017 after allegations of inappropriate behavior with minors, though no charges were filed at the time. When confronted, Dawson denied knowing anything about Ethan's death. But forensic teams found Ethan's DNA in the truck's back seat, and shoe prints in the farmhouse basement matched Dawson's boots. He was arrested and charged with first-degree murder, kidnapping, and child endangerment. At the trial in 2021, the prosecution painted Dawson as a predator who had been grooming local boys under the guise of mentorship. His defense team argued there was no direct evidence placing him at the crime scene during the murder, but the jury was unmoved. Dawson was convicted and sentenced to life without the possibility of parole. The small town of Millstone has never been the same. Parents now walk their children to school. The wooded trail where Ethan was last seen is overgrown and unused, a silent reminder of the tragedy. Sarah Miller keeps her son's baseball glove on the mantel, telling visitors, "He was supposed to grow up here. We thought we were safe."